So most of us are familiar with Flocabulary because of their engaging hip hop videos that introduce lessons and concepts. But there's actually much more to Flocabulary than this. You can build lessons and sequence instructions to allow students to practice different skills. And what this would look like is you can actually assign a sequence of lessons to students. So let's pretend that we're looking at this little mini unit or lessons on predictions. They'll start with a basic video, kind of like what we've seen from Flocabulary before. But then you can actually get into students using their knowledge. So one of the skills that they have is a vocab card, where you can actually practice writing the words and terms related to your concept that you're focusing on. So, for example, if I click on fiction, you'll see that you have a definition, the word used in context, and antonyms. But also, students will be asked to create a sentence using that term on their own, or they can actually create um, they can create a visual drawing representing it to demonstrate their understanding. Another cool tool that has for vocab instruction is actually the vocab game. And what this is it has students match terms with the definition while building a song. And for every 4 right answers that a student gets, a new instrument is added that builds a whole beat, kind of adding on to the hip hop concept that vocabulary is based on. So this gamifies in vocabulary practice. And so what this would look like, you have a sentence of blank. She read a lot of blank about superheroes who save the world. Choose fiction. And as you go along, you'll see you'll add a bass, drums, and other things to build an entire song, which will kind of keep the kids going. It also has read and response prompts where students can actually practice the skills and demonstrate their understanding. There is an end of instruction quiz. And then one of the cool things that's available is this lyric lab, which will allow students to actually demonstrate their learning in other ways than just a multiple choice test. So what this would be is the students will actually use content specific words to write a rap to demonstrate what they understand. So like it says here, to think of a fact about predictions and write a short line for that fact. So I might say like, to predict, you gotta know the context. And I notice that context is the first word right here, right? So this will actually give them rhymes to build their next line. So if I said something like, if you don't, the story will be nonsense, right? So I'm using one of the rhymes that it suggested. And so they can keep on going like this and build a rap that demonstrates that they really understand what predicting actually is or what the skill is. So these are just a couple of the features that Flocabulary has to offer in addition to the videos. And the cool thing is this will provide feedback on like the read and respond and the quiz to the students. So that takes it off the teacher's plate and it'll let them know in real time how they did. It'll also save that information for the teacher so they can go back and look at students' strengths and weaknesses. All right, I hope this helped. Thank you.